If he can hold me back, it's not staying here. And then I made another smoothie today. Woo, you see how that thing come out? Man, them beets turned that sucker red. Honey, it was so delicious. So delicious. So the power went out on the island. So no hair washing today. Just rest and waiting for the power to come back on. I took a nap and it came back on while I was napping. And then I went to walk Bell and the power went back off. I came back in and it was off again. I said, okay. Um, I was ready to do some things, and God said, "Come and sit with me. Let's talk." And I sat in the quietness for answers to come that I had been fighting for. And then guess what? They just showed up. I didn't know I was going to be working through so much pain from the past today that I already worked through to gain more wisdom from the deepest wounds. Isn't that crazy how it is so God to allow the things to come back up so you can see it from a different perspective. So, yes, it seems like it's just going around, but it's a spiral. That's how you heal. You don't heal in a linear line. You heal in a spiral. So you going up and then you go up again and then you go up again. And each time you come back this way, you're going to see it again. And then each time you come back here, you're going to see it again, but you're seeing it from a different perspective because you're not the same person anymore. Okay, but the system wants you to think it's happening over and over. It's not. It's a different perspective of it. And if you hold on, Lord, help me to hold out. Lord, cheers. Help me to hold out until my time has come. Ooh, that's John P. Key. You ain't ready, huh? You what? Sometimes them old school jams just hit just differently. I read this today, so I'm gonna just share it with you. If you get an opportunity, read Acts 8 through 10, chapters 8 through 10. If you read the Quran, read chapter 17. I think it starts with an S. I cannot say the word for nothing. I tell you, I step over and look and see how someone else's life is living, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the same word I'm reading, so it's just different wording, but it's the same message. And also you get an opportunity. You can get the Torah, which is the Tanakh and the Kamash, to read it from a Jewish standpoint, and you will understand something different that may not be in the Bible. Because see, sometimes when people translate stuff, they can't handle it. And because they can't handle it, they'll say something else because of their own bias or prejudice. Just sharing. What did you understand? When you make time, help somewhere in your community and watch how big your heart feels. Just simple stuff. And if you're in solitude right now and God is like that doesn't help, excuse me, confirmation burp. Uh, pour that love into yourself. Like, give all that love to yourself. I mean, every last inch of it. Be honest in how you feel and separate when needed. This is your life. You get to understand that. When you read for yourself, you can't be played because you've had your own experience with God. Remember that. I'm learning not to avoid the ugliest parts of me. I keep going even when it's uncomfortable. That keeps me from the because I see it from a different way. See, the system keeps sending the same thing over and over. But when you change your mindset, you seeing it from a different perspective because you're not the same person anymore. So instead of complaining, I said, what is it trying to show me? The 4,000th time it showed up. And it went deeper to find out more of me that's hidden in the lies that have been fed to me. That's why I say read for yourself. Download apps that you can study the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and other sacred texts. Trust yourself even when you want to give up. You have this. We're onions. So keep allowing that onion to unfold. There's always another level that breaks when you need. Take breaks when you need to. There's nothing wrong with that. When you need a break, take it. Also, you don't have to tell everyone what you're doing. Some things should be between you and God. Talk too much, and someone will see where you're going and try to block it. Some things are on purpose. People feel your energy but don't know what that means until you tell them. And exercising was good today. And I wrote a lot of in my journal because some things are just personal. That's why I ask you questions. So you can get your own personal journal and start asking yourself some questions. So when the spiral comes and you see it, you're not like, it's the same thing over and over. No, you're a different person every time you see it. Mm-hmm. Everyone gets the opportunity to do their own work and see things in their own timing. It's hard when you love folks, but in their own timing, okay? Keep going. They get the opportunity just like you did, okay? I know you care for them, but what are they showing you? Are you really paying attention with these eyes? See, some want to only connect when they feel you growing. Let them go to learn their own lessons. They will hold you down until I got this. I know what I'm doing. While you trying to move forward, be holding on to your ankle to get kicked out the lane. Okay, just let go. It will be okay. God has you and them. Trust that. Everyone must work out their own salvation with fear and trembling, trusting God. Don't carry someone else's battle. That's Philippians 2 and 12. Save yourself and keep going. Okay, keep going. James 1:19 through 21 NLT. Don't allow anyone to take your power or your energy. Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. We must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Human anger doesn't produce the righteousness God desires, but righteous anger causes you to act and says, that's not right. So get rid of all of the negative thinking and humbly accept the word that God has planted in your hearts. For it has the power to save your souls. It will definitely save your souls. There is wisdom that God will give to you. And just hold on to it. Verses like the Quran 17:53 and 4:148 highlight the importance of speaking kindly and avoiding slander and gossip and speaking the truth. If you get into that chapter 4, that right there, that chapter 4 is dangerous. Especially one that is 4:27. Okay. It's talking about love and peace. Read that. Check it out. And the one that is in 2:254 emphasizes that it is not for a creation that is under Allah to question Allah's decisions because it requires the believers to surrender and to flow with them to Allah, which is the message of faith and surrender to divine authority, which means the same thing that we're doing underneath God. God is pushing us to grow. So there are going to be some situations where it's not going to feel good. But in the situation that doesn't feel good, that's where you do the most growth. Do we know who we really are? It's time to get into our studies, whatever we're in, because that's none of my business. Pray, meditate, and find out who we really are and be so secure. When things come to steal your joy, you bounce back quicker. And what that means is things are happening in the world. Instead of putting your head in the ground like an ostrich, don't pretend like you don't see it, but at the same time, don't let it overtake you. What are you hearing to do? Do that. Even if it rocks the boat. Don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Okay, you're not ready for that. You guess you got to know when you got the notion. Said I like to know when you got the